Good evening, and welcome. Once more, we get ready to rock and roll with some Ahsoka. Cherish these streams. Cherish these streams, I say. Cherish them. We got two left, man. Two of these things left, man. Crazy. It's been a good time. I've had a lot of fun watching Ahsoka with you guys. You know, we hadn't done watch parties in a long time. We stopped doing watch parties. It was She-Hulk and then Andor. And I stopped and I was like, I can't really do it. And even with Ahsoka, I remember saying, okay, we're going to go for the first week, and if it's as dope as I think it's going to be, if I'm still excited about it, then we'll go in week 2. And I will tell you as well that the first half of episode 3, there were a couple of moments where I said to myself, there ain't no goddamn way we're doing a watch party next week. I said, no more watch party. And then luckily the back half of episode 3 was absolute fire. And then I think the show really turns around in episode 4. It does help that it's not 3 a.m. anymore. That's true. It's like a smaller commitment or whatever. It doesn't mess my entire day up. So I was able to sort of ride through the first 3 episodes. And then I think it really turns around in episode 4. I think episode 4 was a very solid episode. And then, of course, it just goes nuts from there. We've had just banger after banger after banger. And that's cool, man. I'm happy to be here, happy to be doing this with you guys. Let's cherish it. 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left, guys. 2 weeks left. I also wanted to share a personal story, something that just happened to me that made me kind of sad. Feed. So I was getting ready and fixing up my hair. That's the sound that I make when I do it. And I was like, yo, there's something in my hair. There's something in my hair. And I was like trying to get it out. Nope. It was a couple of gray hairs. Big ones. What? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dude. I was like, wait, what? How did this happen? Don't get old, kids. It's for the birds. Anyway. We got less than 30 minutes before we watch episode 7 of Ahsoka together. Oh, yeah. LJ, I did see that. Thank you to New Rockstars, and shout out to New Rockstars, man. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it. Calling us or shouting us out or whatever, man. That was cool. I feel like we've been doing some good work lately, you know? Putting out some good videos. Like, it's cool to be excited about Star Wars and want to talk about the theories and the speculation and all that. And diving deep on some nerdy stuff, man. I tell you, that Abeloth video, I mean, it's doing quite well, right? So it's kind of like making the rounds. But also, man, we got super sweaty nerdy in that video. When David sent it back to me, I was like looking over the edit, and I was just like, I have to fix this up a lot. Not because of him, but because I was like, damn, like, we're just, and then the qua and the green, and I'm just like, damn. So we gotta, I had to like kind of re-record a couple parts and try to like make it a little bit easier to understand, but it ended up being a pretty good video. So can't really complain about that. Yeah, it was super sweaty, nerdy. I'm excited about that possibility. I still think it is a possibility. You know, we talked about last time we did a stream where we broke down some of the theories, speculation, leaks, and rumors. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm not going to go into details, but there's some, you know, look, the Abeloth thing, is it going to end up being real? At the end of the day, the likelihood's probably slim. I mean, as I said, even in the video, like, That's a wild idea, right? And it would be very wild for a company like Disney to do this Sith goddess, this goth, scary-looking witch lady, right? But, yeah, that would be sick. Do I still have Kenobi PTSD? Absolutely. 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 But anyway, let's go into this. Guys, let me know, where is your hype level for this episode? Out of 10, put it into the chat. A little coin for the early comers? Sure, we can do that. We could do that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do some giveaways with Nerd Coin next week for the finale. We haven't done that in a while. Let's do it. I'll go out and get some swag, and we'll do some giveaways that way. All right, let me drop a little bit of coinage to you all. And yeah, it does seem like the writer's strike is going to be over. That's pretty cool. It'd be good to get back to work. I'll go over just a couple of these chats here because Kavid says, I'm sad I couldn't get the Unity bundle in time, but I finally got paid for my new job, and now I can finally afford it if anyone wants to give me theirs. Well, first of all, I know it's you know, sucks to kind of miss out on stuff or whatever, but it's not a big deal, bro. I think because with the Kickstarter, we did 164 of those. Okay, so originally I wanted to keep that limited to 300, so technically there's still 126, 136, one of those left. I think it's 136 of them left, and I'm thinking about, like, if we do another campaign like next year after the book comes out, maybe we do something where we can open that up again. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, look, dude, it is just one of those things, man. And, you know, maybe we'll figure out a way to get you in there someday. But it's all love, and you'll still be able to. You got your copy anyway. You're gonna get your copy. Talon says, "Yo, Josh, do you know of any leaks for the last 2 episodes, or has it been tight-lipped like Luke in Mando season 2 finale?" Well, we went over some stuff yesterday. I'm not gonna get into specifics right now, but yeah, there's some stuff out there. Not a ton, you know what I mean? Nothing like super specific, but there's potentially some big moments that are out there that we talked about, and we're like, okay, what could this mean, you know? So we'll see. I'm really interested to see how sort of accurate I am for this episode, just because I kind of went off what was out there and sort of put it together in a way that makes sense to me. Did y'all see the they put out like a 30-second preview earlier in the day, where Ezra and Sabine are being chased down by the bandits, and they're with the turtle people. Did y'all see that? Yeah, it looked fun. It looked fun. I thought it was cool. The one thing I'll say, though, when we were watching that, I was like, dude... These turtle people can't defeat Thrawn. I will. Yeah, it did. It felt like it was right out of Rebels, for sure. I like that kind of stuff. I like the adventure, kind of fun, Star Wars kind of fun stuff. But, bro, this can't be Ewoks. They can't. No. I'm sorry. So hopefully, like, right after that scene from the 30 seconds, Ezra just does some Force stuff and it goes crazy or something, so. Yeah, they fly now? Oh, please no. Please no! Please no! If I'm being honest, I'm kind of expecting this to be mid, says John. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll find out together, but, man, I don't think so, bruh. I think we're getting some action tonight. Veed says, it finally feels nice to not be poor again. Much love to all the Nerdvengers, and especially Trev, who let me borrow some money when I was down. Appreciate all of you. Oh, man, that's kind. That's super nice, man. And yeah, it's good to have a community, man, and it's good to get back on your feet and feel good. I know you got a good trajectory. So congratulations, brother. Congratulations, brother. Don't hate on the Ewoks. I'm not hating on the Ewoks, man. But I'm just saying I don't want an Ewok situation. You know what I mean? Admiral Hags says, W Abeloth hype and new leaks think I lost a little excitement. The Zepho stuff could be cool, but I have a feeling these next two may be a little cliffhanging. I certainly think there's going to be some stuff left for a potential season 2 or the movie. For sure. For sure. But I guess we'll have to see how it wraps up, right? Because I do want some sense of closure, and I think we're going to get that as well. But, yeah, I can see being a little salty about the cliffhanger stuff. You know, a lot of people complain about the cliffhanger stuff for Across the Spider-Verse, but it also was really successful, and people love the movie. You know what I mean? Despite people feeling a certain way about the cliffhanger ending. So... Ventress the Night Sister or Shin Hati the Night Sister reveal? I don't know. I don't know about any of that. Are we looking at a 2-year wait for Ahsoka 3 and a 3-year for the movie? It's kind of hard to say. I mean, it's good that the strike is potentially ending tonight because that kind of means Filoni can get to work right away. If I know... I mean, I think Dave probably already has a general idea of what the season will be, but... There's probably still some writing to do on it. So, you know, maybe we get that season 2 and they could... I mean, if the actors are supposed to meet potentially next week. And if that happens and everybody can get back to work, I mean, I could see Ahsoka shooting... Look, my opinion on this is like... Don't do Mando season 2 thing where you wait freaking years and you do like the next spinoff show or whatever. Like go right into Ahsoka. I think Star Wars is in such a weird spot that I think they need to go. You know? So hopefully they're just gonna go and I would say get the band back together and knock out this season 2 immediately. Will AI strike if the writer's strike ends? You know what's funny, dude? Like, by the way, the deal's coming out right now, and maybe this, I'm gonna probably talk about this tomorrow more. But it seems like the writers got pretty much everything they wanted, bro. I mean, did you guys see what they were talking about online? It seems like the writers literally like kicked their asses. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It kind of seems like the studios got their ass kicked because it seems like the writers are getting literally everything they want. Like, it's a crazy deal from what I heard. That's wild. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, good for them. That's business, baby. C-City says, what if Night Sister Mother turns Thrawn into a force-sensitive beast like Savage? If Thrawn was able to keep his wits... That could be scary. Yeah, I mean, that would be absurd. I do wonder what's going on with Thrawn. How compromised is he? You know, there's a lot of questions about Thrawn, for sure. For sure. Do you think the strikes will end with a cliffhanger? Probably. Probably. We'll revisit it in 3 years, you know. Does Ezra have a lightsaber with him? I don't believe so. No. Can't wait to see the amazing quality work they're gonna put out now that they're paid better. Right. Well, you know, look, I obviously think there's a lot of goobly glob out there, and there's a lot of stuff that's just that's absolute crap writing, for sure. But you know, at the end of the day, like you look at like Joby Harold doing Kenobi, right? And it's like, who is really to blame there? And I think about this with Rian Johnson too. Who is really to blame there? Is it really Rian Johnson's fault for being the writer and director that he was? Because that's who he is. That's who the fucking guy is. So, is it Rian Johnson's fault? No, it's Kathy's fault. She hired him. Is it Joby Harold's fault that he writes like an absolute hack? No, that's who he is. He's a hack. It's Kathy's fault for hiring a hack to take what was a movie that became a show and try to make it into like a more showy show. You know what I'm saying? So some of this is not the writer's fault. You know, I think that with the strike in particular, there was this attitude and like, look, man, I don't even want to go too far down this road because like some of you guys get like super butthurt when I say stuff like this, but there's like a kind of loser energy out there of people that are like, I don't know, like think all these writers are these like super successful people, so screw them anyway. Like, it's just like, ugh. Like, I don't know about all that, man. It's like, there's plenty of people that are writers that are not like living this glamorous life, that are living with like multiple roommates trying to make it work, or, trying to grind it. And as somebody that, did hold down a day job and grind a lot on YouTube when I was kind of starting off doing my thing, I have a lot of empathy for those kind of people in that kind of situation. So at the end of the day, man, it's like this. I feel like the studios and corporations are always going to press their advantage, and they're going to be kind of slimy about stuff. Like that just is what it is. And there's going to be people taking advantage of, even under this new deal. There's going to be a lot of people taking advantage of. So that's the animal that is corporations, corporate controlled media. On the other end of that, you have like the unions, and you have people working together and, taking a stand. And that's just what that shit is. It's like, that's how that irons itself out. So I don't know. I was never like super emotionally invested in the strike. Definitely in the way that like I saw online, it seemed to be sort of co-opted into the culture war, which I think is crazy, man. Like I have literal coal miners in my family that are unionized, and it's a huge part of what they're able to get from the mill. And like something like that, it would seem to me would be understood more by people on the right side of the culture war. But when it came to Hollywood and writers doing pretty much the same thing, it was scoffed at just for optics or whatever. Coal miners actually work, but I mean, you don't think writing's working? I mean, that's just a weird mentality, man. It's a weird mentality. That comes from like a scarcity, jealousy. That's like a negative. I mean, again, I'm not trying to go super high, but it feels like that's kind of like loser energy. It feels kind of like loser energy, Dean. I'm sorry. That's just how I call it. It's how it sees it. It's how I call it. Weak sauce, bro. Weak sauce. All right, Dean. I'm just going to ban you, brother. Godspeed. You dumb motherfucker. Peace. Anyway, Ahsoka. Ahsoka, ladies and gentlemen. We're mere minutes away. Bye, Dean, you punk ass bitch. Oh, shit. My bad. Ahsoka. I'm hype. Want to see some good action? See some lightsabers flying around? Some spaceships? Some cake? You know what it is. Valid points from a man with milk and Skittles. My man, are you trying that? You giving it a shot? Give it a shot, man. You'd be surprised. Real life UAP investigators getting close. Oh, I know, right? It's crazy. Hey, Vito. Dude, Vito, don't spend all your money. Holy shit. Pump the brakes. I appreciate the 5 gifted, though. Thank you. Dub says, usually watch Theory, but rolling with you tonight. Watching it from West Virginia. Can't believe the crab people are getting a Dollar General taking over the galaxy. What? Can't believe the crab people are getting a Dollar General taking over the galaxy. I don't know what that means, but yes. And shout out to West Virginia, man. My family, both my parents are from Beach Bottom, West Virginia, near Wheeling. So, as I said, coal miners in the family, man. I think tonight's episode will be very interesting. Hell yeah! Let's get it! I'm excited, baby. I'm excited! Got about 10 minutes, man. Got about 10 minutes until we get a... Josh is bullying us? I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn a new leaf, man. I'm trying to turn a new leaf and be more chill, you know? Dean was just... like, I don't know. There's something about his attitude. It's just, you know... He isn't sorry. Yeah. I like this leaf. Your love of the Hobbit's leaf has clearly slowed your mind. I think this episode will be mostly Sabine and Ezra, but not in a Book of Boba Fett sense. I mean, I think you're definitely going to get a lot of Sabine and Ezra, and I hope so. Pros, I got Chick-fil-A for Ahsoka. Con, ate it all watching you talk about the worker strike, but I'm here for the General Hera cake, respectfully, of course. Amen, brother. Amen. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Appreciate the love. Let's see here. Josh is the best nerd Avengers for life. Appreciate you, Colton. I'm really trying to get into Ahsoka, but it's too... Oh, my God, bro. You freaking guys. Did you guys see the funny meme? This dude's put it in our Discord earlier. Philip Hatch. I got to show you guys this. Some of you guys probably saw this. You should go like this on Twitter. Check it out. I've been too harsh on Star Wars fans, man. I gotta give it up to you guys. The memes have been solid for Ahsoka. Yeah. Like, what the... Like, I saw this and I was just like, holy shit. Like, it's so good. It's so good. It should be on like a temple wall or something. New merch. I mean, it's not my meme though. It's somebody else's thing, but yeah. Better in bed, Sabine or Ezra? Oh my God. I'm from Cross Lanes. Right on. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that other than no comment. How much for this experience? Oh my God, dude. I shouldn't have showed it. I shouldn't have showed it to the chat. No. New Rockstar shouted you out in their latest video. I saw that, Vince. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was cool. I appreciate him. Voss is OG in the space, you know? It's nice to be recognized. That was cool. Josh will be Hera at the meetup. God damn it. What have I done? Yeah. Oh my. All right, let's get this off the screen. You animals! Okay, now I have a hair like kind of waving in the wind. Why? Stop. Sheesh. Should have had the XP at the Star Wars hotel. Should have had that experience at the Star Wars hotel. Is that what you're saying? I saw some people on online today. They got all cosplayed up, and they went to the Star Wars hotel for like the last time. That's cool, man. Do you write a trilogy like 3 acts of 3 acts? No, not really. Not really. I mean, generally, yes. Man, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, especially with like just 6 minutes left. But do you guys know who Charlie Kaufman is? Anybody know who Charlie Kaufman is? Logic says, Josh, do you think we will see Zabrak warriors in this show, knowing their connection to Dathomir? I do think that is possible, yeah. So he's like one of my favorite writers out of any medium ever, but he's a screenwriter. He wrote a bunch of crazy movies, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You guys probably saw that one, being John Malkovich. Adaptation. His directorial debut is like one of my favorite movies of all time, Schenectady, New York. Brilliant writer, okay? I watched him do a lecture once about writing, and it was so funny. Like, somebody asked him that question about the 3-act story, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, I have some vague idea of what a 3-act story is, and I have zero fucking interest in writing anything like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that like I'm a Charlie Kaufman or anything, but I kind of feel that, where I'm like, a 3-act structure, like, sure, you know, generally speaking. But, like, if you're worried about how you're fitting your story into a 3-act structure, I don't know, man. It just feels uninspired to me. It's like, what are we writing for if we're trying to squeeze it into a mold like that? Anyway. Bring the picture back. Bring the picture back. Ooh, 45 minutes tonight. Is that true? Is that accurate? Noise. I need Hera's. That's clever. Isn't Hera's like a hotel or a casino or something like that too? I'm like thinking of some kind of meme / merch potential with Hera's big old butt. But I gotta find a way to make it funny so it's not just like some hentai shit on a shirt. Although you guys would probably go nuts for that, to be honest with you. Yeah, Hera's Casino or something, right? Yeah. Schenectady is a big old dump? I mean, yeah, probably. That movie's incredible, though. Schenectady, New York is like this super sad, depressing movie, and it almost is about absurdity. And yet, I always feel so happy after I watch the movie. It's like this. It's a super sad, depressing movie that leaves me smiling and feeling so good. Very interesting film. Now Josh likes sad stories. I don't know how to explain it, man. There's just something about that movie that just is charming. I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah, well, don't, John. Don't. And if you're serious, seek help. You know, a chat that has displayed all of the maturity that you've seen tonight is not the place. Oh, you're talking about from the movie. Or, yeah, I'm thinking of ending things. Okay, all right, well. Yeah. Good. But also don't. Okay, let's see here. Is this shit up? Is it up? Oh my God, it might be. No, it's not up yet. Got a couple minutes. Oh, jeez. NASA had one of its Purgles bring back a rock 4x5. What? Happy birthday to Mark Hamill. Indeed, happy birthday to Mark Hamill. Whenever I read a comic book with the Joker, I read it in Mark Hamill's Joker voice. Yeah. New shirt. Sabine can chair Peach happy. Right on, bro. Good for you. Good for you, my brother. Did Travis Kelce and T-Swift get together to cover up the UAP news? Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. But don't say it because they'll come after you. Yeah. All right, refresh. I'm so excited. Damn, dude, even just looking at the sort of like thumbnails they have on Disney Plus for this show, like, this has been a fun experience. This has been really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need Sabine to sit on my face. I need her to sit on the bench. Wait, what? I don't know what that means, but yes. Of course. It's out. Oh my God, it's out. Okay, so interesting. Okay, everybody get it pulled up. Get it pulled up, but don't hit play yet. Pause it at the beginning. I have to change my headphones. I gotta pause this music, yeah? I gotta get the timer set up. I think it's this timer. Okay, cool. Okay, so first things first, guys. If you don't have the episode up yet, put a no into the chat because it doesn't usually roll out to everybody right away. So let's see where everybody's at. We're probably going to wait a minute or two. We're going to wait just a minute or two. Yeah. So just try to refresh. If you don't get it in a couple of refreshes, try to exit out of your app and come back in. It's probably the best way to The best way to get it. Andor crossover. How dare you, Adam? Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Nice. No. Trying to get, yeah, just keep trying. We'll wait like 30 more seconds, 90 more seconds. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bro saw Mom Moth. I mean, a little bit. He did, yeah. Yeah. The Amethyst Bendu. Welcome back, man. We're skipping the previews? No, we don't skip the previews. Okay, guys. We're probably going to get it started here soon. Try your last-minute refreshes. We're going to get it started. Let's get it started. Okay, ready? Oh, shit. Hang on, I gotta restart mine, actually. Okay, ready? I'm going to count us down. Ladies and gentlemen, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. I gotta turn my audio down a little bit so that I don't pick up the sound, but let's go. I'm turning this up. Yeah. It's going to open up with Ender. No! Coruscant? Yo, they're beefing hard. That guy's the haters. He's one of the haters. Uh-oh. Who's this? Rutro. On account of cake? Noise. Why are you objecting? It's C-3PO. Everybody loves this guy. God. That's too bad. Oh, shit. Chop's gonna get him. He just got little broed. By C-3PO. Ooh. Cool little intro scene. Ooh. Dude, this is sick. He's so good, man. That's cool. That's cool. It's like a closure where she's like realizing that he really was a good master. Ooh. Oh, they have mines. Oh shit. Dude, that's crazy. Doesn't seem good. They should probably shoot out the mines. Ooh, this might be dope. Oh, that was kind of sick. That was kind of sick. Yo, that shot though. I like that. Inquisitori. I like that. These things look, they kind of do remind me of the Fifth Element a little bit. Like the design of them, it's all bulky and all that. That's very Ezra. Mm. Hmm. 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 That's intriguing. I didn't see that coming. Now we're gonna get some stormtrooper action. Let's go. He's using his resources like really sparingly too. Dang. I definitely like the armor that they have on. Whoompa Whoompa. That's true. Ewoks did love murder. Are they doing a phalanx? Oh, that's cool. Yo, let's go. This music is fire. Noise. What's up, Mark? Welcome to the Nerd Ventures, baby. That was cool. Ooh, that was nice. Nice. I like it. Nice. Nice. Hadouken. Damn. Oh, dude, yo, that shit was dope, bro. Let's go. The way the lightsaber was like bending when he had it, that was cool. Okay. So there's that moment. Decide. Mm. Mm. Noise. Teamwork. Noise. Not afraid to use a blaster. Oh, they're playing the organ. Interesting. Interesting. That did not go the way I thought it was going to go. All right, let me switch it up here. Let me switch it to Rooney here. Switch a Rooney into this. So yeah, let's see what you guys think before I give my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think out of 10. What would you score that episode? And let me. Oh wait. That's gonna be wait. Oh wait, no, we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, it felt like definitely not my favorite episode. Definitely not as good as the last episode. I probably gotta watch it again before I like score it overall, but I did feel like it was kind of like wonky with the pacing. A little wonky. I didn't get like yeah, I don't know. It was different than I thought it was gonna be. It definitely still has cool stuff in it. I did like the action, although I will say, like, I think the action in episode 4 is still better. The fight between Baylan and Ahsoka was awesome. That fight was great. And Baylan is still, like, really strong. I thought maybe she'd walk all over him. But, no, man. Baylan's still real strong. Definitely didn't see him just abandoning everything. That was crazy. But then the action with the stormtroopers was a little lacking to me. That whole sequence was a little bit lacking. And I like Ezra's powers. There were a couple of cool moments, like when he has the lightsabers like that, or when he was like holding her lightsaber, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But generally speaking, like, I didn't get the crazy choreography that I was thinking maybe in my head we were gonna get. Like, I really think he should have like thrown the troopers like even further and really like just sort of expressed his level of power. But I guess it's a little bit just more like, no, he just uses the force and he's strong. You know, he's not like godlike and like ripping them around and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just a little bit disappointed. Just a little bit disappointed. I'd have to say, you know, maybe a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. And look, I also like what they're doing with Thrawn, and they want to make it so he's, you know, distracting them, and they want to sort of showcase Thrawn's genius. But I did think it was a little too, like, let's show you how smart Thrawn is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it should be like a reveal, like in the Thrawn novels, as for instance. In the Thrawn novels, there's always like a moment where you're like, oh shit, like, how do you know about that or whatever, right? It's not like I got them to waste their time. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really Grand Admiral Thrawn level. You know what I mean? So I'd have to say it's lower on my list, and it definitely kind of an interesting one. As for the second to last episode, right? And look, I'm not like super down on it. And now, like, they're together. We're probably going to get more of a big fight. Like, I hope that wasn't the big fight. You know what I mean? Shout out to Thrawn playing Warhammer 40K during the fight. That is true. Yeah, that is kind of cool. We don't really get anything pushed forward either. I think that's kind of an issue as well, right? You know? Like, we don't really learn more about the Night Sisters. We don't really learn more about Baylan's thing, other than that he did decide that there was a cool moment where he had to kind of decide between Shin and whatever he's seeking, right? And he decided to go that way, which is really interesting, dude. That was interesting. But yeah, other than that, we don't really get it pushed forward as much as I would have liked, you know? And it kind of meanders a little bit, like, and I'll get into all these super chats in a second here for sure, guys. Let me just try to go back up so I don't miss this. I want to start with Haunted Autumn right here. So yeah, like, I would say, just generally speaking, like, the lack of pushing stuff forward hurts it a little bit. It also feels like this weird, like, let's take a step back and show you what's going on with the Republic, etc., etc. Like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even love the C-3PO scene. Like, it's cool to see C-3PO, but I actually think Anakin is used better than even C-3PO. Like, that felt a little too, like, oh, it's C-3PO, and, like, you know, that kind of stuff. And I get sort of framing this and tying this into, like, Mandalore and everything like that, but it didn't feel... A lot of the season is very, you know, certain of itself, and it's like, you know, here's what we're doing. That felt a little bit like, I don't know if it's an additional scene or something where they're like, okay, this is how we'll tie that in, but it did feel a little bit weird. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what my score is. I'm not, like, super let down. It's not like I was sitting there being, like, really frustrated, but I had this kind of feeling like, ah, man, like, dang, it's not going to be as good as episode 6. That's a shame. So, have to watch it again, kind of go through it, but that's just my first general thoughts. You know, because, like, yeah, man, we get like 6 or 7 minutes of the scene with the Republic and everything, and I just don't know if you need that, bro. You know what I mean? And then it's another 11, 7, it's 5 more minutes until they even exit out into the fight. Yeah, it's just it felt like it was strangely, it was weirdly paced, and it's like they're trying to show you how smart Thrawn is, but nothing so far has, like, done it for me as far as the Thrawn of it all. Like, Thrawn is like Sherlock Holmes. He's supposed to, like, do really crazy stuff. So, like, no, like, the closest bit was when he said he knew that if she was anything like Anakin, she'd be unpredictable and powerful, and so we need to put her on her own path or whatever. That was interesting, but I don't feel like it even pays off. And then they're, like, trying to, like, sort of force... They're just trying to spell it out there for you, where she's like, I see our enemies all, you know, reunited, and he's like, let me show you what I see. That's not good enough. That's not a good enough Thrawn moment to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, kind of a bummer, I guess, but I still liked the episode. It's just, like, not the knockout crazy thing that I wanted it to be. I do like Ezra's powers and abilities for sure. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So we'll see how it all goes down next week. And we'll see how the fans react to it too. And now I gotta, before I get into the Q&A, I gotta make my tweet. Episode 7 of Ahsoka was the worst piece of shit episode I've ever seen in my whole goddamn life. No, we're not gonna no, chat, we're not doing that. How do I even say this? Oh, it's a little bit, I'm not sure. I think that's the best way to say it. It was a step back from 6. A step back from 6 for sure. Okay, let's get into these Q&A here, see what you guys have to say. Pacing was perfect for me. The point of view of the finale will be whomever goes back to the OG galaxy, so it does a cliffhanger for season 2. Yeah, that's possible. You know, I will say there's a little bit of concern from me that they may have... Because, like, there was all this talk of, like, oh, it demands a second season, and I even heard people saying, like, maybe they removed some stuff and kind of saved some dope stuff for season 2. And so it's like, man, did this episode kind of have that feeling of, like, well, let's take some of that stuff out there and then, like, you know, put it together like that. Like, ooh, that's unfortunate. Ahsoka parts were strong, but the Balin disengaging with us, still not knowing why, and Ezra powers being weak took the wind out of my sails. Yeah, I felt like they should have just been a little bit more. You know what I mean? Not to say that, like, Ezra stuff wasn't dope, but I just wanted a little bit more of that, you know? I want more, and I know I shouldn't. Sam Smith says, troopers are not undead. Great fight with Ahsoka and Balin. It was fire. Ezra has embraced Mace Windu martial arts, but not as strong as Mace. No? Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like he's as strong as Mace. He did some cool stuff, though. There were moments earlier on where it seemed a little bit more savage, and I was like, yo, like, that would be sick. Like, I'd be more into that kind of stuff. But, yeah, it just didn't quite stay there. Tim says, is it just me, or are you over all the volume stagecraft as well? The Republic Tribunal room looked fan-made to me. Oh, really? I didn't really notice that at all. Sometimes it definitely sucks, though, for sure. Sometimes the volume looks like doo-doo. I didn't really notice it in that shot, though. I'm like almost certain that wasn't a volume shot. Joe Fell Asleep says, mid-episode, but Ezra's force powers not being incredibly strong like we thought is actually pretty realistic. I think he gets a new saber in the movie. It seems like he's totally not feeling the sabers. That is kind of interesting. He's like not about the saber life. The saber life is not for me. Philip says, if Balin is being called by Abeloth or whoever, shouldn't Thrawn have an idea of what could be happening with him since he's been there for 10 plus years? Well, I don't know. That's like an interesting question, but it's like, number one, does he know? Because it seems like he's not even on Peridea. He's just been staying on his ship mostly, right? If he does know, maybe he's like just trying to keep it chill and not like bring that shit up. So it's interesting that what does he know? What do the Night Sisters know? I'm not really sure. You know, not really sure. Boda says, I feel like they did a good job making Ezra seem like his normal sarcastic self, but it just felt a bit unimportant for the amount of emphasis there was on getting him back. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. I could see that. I mean, it's definitely like, you know, it feels like a Rebels episode. You know, ultimately is really what we're saying here. Is like it feels like a Rebels episode. That's not bad. But like, I'm looking for a little more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for a little bit more, especially in the Pan-Ultimate episode. You know, it's not filler. I couldn't say it was filler. It just feels like half of the episode. This should have been like half of the episode. This whole thing should have probably been just the first half of it. That's kind of what I think. Winter Soldier says, Ezra's going to get a ring from a Cracker Jack box and use the Schwartz. You know what? I heard that as well, actually. Yeah, that's probably guaranteed. Space says two things. One, I'm happy Abeloth theories can continue for another week. True. Ezra reeks of KK because he couldn't be more powerful than Shin, and she gets the final shot knocking him on his butt. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I see it that way, but I will agree with you. I'll meet you halfway, and I'll say I wish Ezra was way more proficient and way more powerful. So I'll agree with you in that sense. Steven says, I wish Ezra had some kind of weapon, not necessarily a lightsaber, but something. Yeah, so here's another thing that's kind of confusing. Like, so the dude doesn't want a lightsaber, but he'll just pick up a blaster? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, anybody else think that was a little weird? Where he's like, no, the Force is the only thing I need, but I'll take this blaster, though. This shit looks dope, you know? I was a little bit like, what? I don't know about that, man. Jason says, Ahsoka seemed a little more spirited in this episode. She was moving quicker and engaged. Enjoyed the space battle, and Thrawn Balin actors are great. That's true. That is absolutely true. I did enjoy that aspect of it, for sure. Across the Stars says, it wasn't bad. It was average. Mostly good scenes, but bad choreography. I love Thrawn and hate the short episodes. It's not filler. It's just short. But it was 45 minutes. It's not that it's short. It's that there's stuff in there that didn't... Like, you could have paced this way differently. Like, I think the pacing in episode 6 is, like, masterful. Like, it's, like, so good. It's, like, some of my favorite Star Wars. And episode 7 is just very far away from that. Yeah, I know. Noah says, Ezra trained so long. Of course he wants to test his powers. Yes, I agree with that. The Sith known for not respecting the lightsaber. If you're strong enough in the Force, no need. But that was some Disney Jedi nonsense. Yo, that's crazy. I wonder if it comes from something like that. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. Ezra kind of lacked the high martial arts moves I was expecting while using the Force. They really had to spell out Thrawn's intelligence, wasting some time. Yeah, I absolutely agree with both those points. Like, The choreography with Ezra and the martial arts, it should have just been a little bit more badass, man. Like, there's some parts where Balin does these really cool power moves where he kind of like shoves his saber and it feels like he's like pushing with the force a little bit. And she like, you know, falls back a little bit. Anakin did that too when they had that going on. And so it's like, well, why can't they translate that a little bit more into Ezra's thing? Like, Ezra should have been like Ip Man. Y'all seen Ip Man? Like real talk. Like, imagine if Ezra was like, use the force to like throw the dude back and then was like, and like hit him with like a bajillion punches in slow motion. Come on, man. Ezra giving hippie vibes, and I'm not for it. Disney making male established characters look like fools. Yeah, I mean, Ezra kind of is like that, though. But I hear you, bro. Kenobi hates blasters. So uncivilized. True. Double true. Haunted Autumn says, episode had flaws. Let's discuss them. But please, for the love of God, don't turn on Ahsoka for a single episode. The positive discourse around the show is the magic that has been missing from Star Wars. Much love. Oh, I'm definitely not going to turn on the whole show because of a single episode. But I will just, you know, I'm going to say what I say about the episode. I just was looking for more, you know? And we've got the finale. I still expect the finale to be really good. I'll still get really excited about the finale. But, I mean, this episode, though, I think another reason this episode is not good is because I don't really see... Like, I don't have any anticipation of any dope thing that's going to happen next episode. Like, Thrawn's literally like, she wasted her time. Let's go. I'm a genius. And Ezra, Ahsoka, and Sabine are playing friggin' smiley, laughy, haha time out in the middle of the fields. So what's going to happen next week? Next week could be a 10-minute episode. 10 minutes. Thrawn just says, bye. And then they last minute fly up there and... You know what I mean? So it's like, it's challenging for a couple of different reasons. You know what I mean? Rockaway Poppy says 8 out of 10. The repetitive, I'll tell you later dialogue between Ezra and Sabine is weak. I agree with that. Dope seeing 3PO and Anakin again. Ezra's force foo was meh. Chopper would have cleared that field with extreme prejudice. That's actually 100% true, man. That's 100% true, actually, for sure, man. That's a good point. Chopper would have handled business. Oak says, Josh, I may not always agree with you, but Theory can learn a thing or two about delivery without insulting other fans. He's such a Debbie Downer. Oh shit. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've you know what I'm gonna say to that? You're absolutely right. I've never offended any of my subscribers or fans ever. Right, guys? I've never offended any of the fans. I've always approached things with a level head, right? Right, everybody? Cool. Joe fell asleep says, Ezra was training alone, surrounded by a civilization of peaceful crabs. Him not being super powerful makes sense to me. I think he'll get stronger, though. Yeah, look, man, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, man. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it. Like, you're trying to kind of defend the show. You know, you want to defend the show. And I get it. But that's, you know, I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just saying I wanted more. I want him to be more powerful, okay? I wanted him to literally Hulk out, rip his freaking iron thing off, actually grow 2 times bigger with actual muscle mass, his eyes to glaze over with blue energy that sparkled out and had smoke, and him to literally grab one of the stormtroopers with the Force, bring him over, and rip his head off, okay? Now, it's okay that we didn't get that. You know what I mean? But that's where I was at. Okay, so I'm a little, you know. Purple Funk says, Thrawn checking that online order on the tablet. I know, dude, Thrawn's like me last week, looking at his Uber Eats driver and being like, this motherfucker's on a bike! When am I getting this pizza? You know what I mean? Elijah said with the 10 spot, story is good, space scene's good, CGI good, but live action fights feel like everyone is only using 20% of the power. It's not snappy enough. I agree. It's a choreography problem. The hits feel soft. Need to get some pop. I agree with that. Let's get a little pop in there. You know what I mean? That Works says, I honestly think leaks have ruined a part of Star Wars. Without leaks and anticipating what you heard, I bet you wouldn't be disappointed and you would have enjoyed this more. Leaks lead to letdowns. So I appreciate the support, first of all, but I go over this every single time. It's just so crazy to me that I knew leaks for all the episodes that I enjoyed, and yet we ignore that and we say, oh, well, this time it was the leaks that did it. No, maybe I just didn't like the episode. With all due respect, That Works. What are you talking about, brother? Like, are you new around here? Or are you just a hater? I don't know. Haunted Autumn says, what did you want to happen? All of the Heir to the Empire to play out in one season? Yes, all the characters are going back, will converge. We will get a reveal on Balin's plan. Sounds great to me. It sounds great to me too, bro. Tony says, I think people are forgetting that they have to reestablish these characters and their traits. I expect nothing more. We've been spoiled for 2 weeks, so people are crying. I will agree on the blaster. So I think, what's happening here, guys. And Star Wars fans. Whoa. E2 Star Wars fans? E2? All it takes is your boy to be like, not my favorite episode, didn't like this, and this, and you guys are like, he's a hater! He hates it! Like, I get the energy behind it, wanting to defend the show, but you don't have to delegitimize, the fact that I didn't like the show, this episode, right? Can we keep it chill? Can we keep it chill? Holy shit! Okay, let's see here. Dub says, I feel sorry for the Thrawn dudes that got blue balls 24/7. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, they definitely blue balled us, huh? Will Ezra teach the secrets of the crab people? Also, go Unity! Oh, man, I hope so. I hope we get crab people karate lessons. Like, imagine in the next episode, we're on the ship, and we've got Ezra. You know how they had Anakin with the hologram, and he's like walking around training her? Like, what if we had Ezra on the ship and we have the crab peoples in holograms, and the crab peoples are like, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, my clones. Yeah. So if Balin survives the season, are we getting a recast? Probably a recast. I mean, it feels like this is a big setup for something, right? It definitely feels like there's big threads here that they're playing on. So I do believe that he'll survive. And, I don't want to get into all the leaks and everything. We'll talk more about it later on. Didn't go as expected. Absolutely. That did not go the way I thought it was going to go at all. I thought we were getting something crazy. But it is what it is. Now people are turning on Filoni. Unbelievable. Who's turning on Filoni? No, I'm not turning on Filoni. Guys, I'm not sitting up here and saying, oh, man, they screwed this episode up. Scratch the show, call it, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this was not the episode I wanted it to be. I don't think it's the penultimate episode that we deserved. I worry a little bit about why it wasn't tight. Now I'm going to go into episode 8 a little bit more nervous, but generally speaking, I like the show. I like where it's going. Let's be calm. Not talking about you, but Theory is out of pocket right now. Oh, is he? Well, like I said, I've definitely never had that happen before. I've never had that happen before where I get really negative about a show and sort of like upset my own audience. That's never, ever happened to me before because I don't do that. Except for like 2 years of Disney Plus shows. Haunted Autumn says, sorry, Papa Josh. Meant no disrespect. I love you, but I love Ahsoka more. Just kidding. My what did you expect question was meant as a sarcastic as it sounded. Oh, dude, it's all good. I'm not upset. It's all good, man. It's like, again, I've been doing this a while. You know what I mean? And I've been through it before, and I I will just say that being 7 episodes deep in Ahsoka, pause, and having this episode be disappointing is not even close to how I felt with some of these other shows. Okay, this isn't Kenobi. We're not like watching just all the bullshit from Kenobi. You know what I mean? So we're good. I'm still feeling pretty good, to be honest with you. Elijah says, I would have been shocked and way disappointed to see Ezra reject his lightsaber. Leaks helped soften the blow. Pacing is subject to weekly episode schedule. Yeah, for sure. I wonder why this one wasn't as tight. You know, I'm just kind of curious about that. I want a Kanan Jarrus hologram. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Ezra has crabs. He needs to see a doctor. I think there's a cream for that too, or something. You know what I mean? I think there's a cream or something for that. Joe Fell Asleep says, oh no, I completely agree with you. I definitely wanted more Ezra too. Was hoping for a Force Kamehameha. This is a bit of a dud, but in Dave we trust. Yeah, dude, like I was hoping, real talk though, I was kind of fooling around with the whole like, you know, lightning coming out of him and stuff like that, but I was looking for a little bit more. You know what I mean? Tyson says, I feel like the fight choreography felt off in this one. It did feel off, except for the Baylan Ahsoka fight. That was great. Like, that was solid. You know what it could be, too? You know how, like, in the first 3 episodes, everything felt a little shaky? Like, the lightsaber fights were, like, a little shaky. But in episode 4, it really hit stride. This was probably the first time they shot big action sequences with... Iman, right? So maybe it just, you know, maybe he had to get in a flow. Maybe it just wasn't perfectly there. But again, that is kind of weird, right? Because we're literally 7 episodes in and finally seeing Ezra like do some action. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that could be what it was. Did you catch Thrawn say Lord Baylan? I did see that. Yeah, is he implying that he's Sith now or something like that? It's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So what else, guys? What else you want to talk about? What else is on your mind? Theories chat order 66ing him. Oh no, is he having a moment with his chat right now? Vandolph the Black says, call Gerard Butler for Baylan. I agree with that, dude. I think he would be good. I think he'd be a good Baylan for sure. I still believe that we're going to get some fire stuff in the next episode, but this does make me a little bit nervous, right? Because I could see a scenario in which they were like, well, let's take some of these ideas out, save them for season 2. Let's kind of wrap this up. Like, seriously, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to storm the castle? They have the ship now. It feels like it feels like it's all airborne now. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit confused as to how does this episode get us excited for the finale? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a problem. Right? Scrolling through Twitter, it seems like a lot of people liked it. That's good. It's good that people liked it. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. Monker says, heard Red Lobster and Joe Crabshack are in sponsor of recent episodes. Thoughts? Yeah, absolutely, man. Callisto, thanks for the 10. This was an episode that didn't live up to my hype and expectations, yet my heart didn't sink. I'll take it. Yeah, fair. That's about where I'm at as well. Episode 7, meh. Only interesting part was Baylan's actions. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, brother. Haunted Autumn says, sent this in before, either got missed or I blacked out. I concede Ezra's powers weren't godlike, but the character's development as sort of forced pacifist is in line with Ezra sacrificed himself at the end of Rebels. I think it fits, and I'm excited to see more of it. I mean, in all likelihood, we'll get a lot more Ezra either in a season 2 or in the movie. So I think we'll get more, you know. But yeah, it wasn't as tight as I wanted it to be. I wanted the choreography to be a little bit better and him to be a little bit more powerful. Rosie says, it was a 6.5 for me. They should have cut the Hera stuff. Nothing happened to her. It was predictable. I felt like filler Rebels episode. Not bad. It did feel like a Rebels episode for sure. Also, do you think we get a season 2 or do we go straight into the movie after this? Also, do you think Enoch is living longer than Marok? I think he might live longer than Marok for sure. And I think they will want to do a season 2. That's what I think. But then maybe they go right into the movie after that. Who knows? Rune says, I think this episode needed Ezra to find out about the hyperspace ring and everything. Need a bit of conflict like that. I don't know. It was flat. Yeah, it did feel like, why isn't Ezra a little bit more urgent with everything? Like, there was a moment in this episode where he was like, but getting home is pretty important. And I guess with Ahsoka being there and the ship being there, that he's like, I feel like I'm actually going to go home now. But, like, do any of them realize, like, how much they're going to need to hustle their bustle? Right? Yeah, that's fair. He doesn't know the stakes. Yeah, that's fair. And so it feels like nobody's willing to tell him what's going on. Yeah. Call Theory. I'm just going to let Theory do his thing. It seems like he's got his hands full with his chat. Because, like, a lot of you that are saying Call Theory right now are probably also in his chat literally right now being like, L Theory, Order 66. And he's probably like, ah, So, don't come to friggin' me. You know what I mean? Logan says, finale is going to decide if it's better than Mando Season 2. Even if next week's episode is mid, it's still top 3 or 4 project under Disney. I agree with that. There's so much here that I love that it's like, it's going to be hard for me not to think the show's dope, even if it has a bad ending. But, like, if it has a bad ending, that's not good. And it's not going to, I mean, Mando 2 is probably above it then. You know what I'm saying? So, we're just going to have to wait and see. I have to watch it again, so I'm probably going to get out of here pretty soon. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to watch it on the OLED. I'm going to kind of see if it hits me a little bit different. And we'll go from there, right? Because I also want to kind of like get into, theories and speculation and all that kind of stuff. So, Real Ben says, honestly, I think creators/fans can get mad about things and not going how they like because they can't leave expectations at the door. Honestly, yeah, that's fair. But like, if that's true and we all agree that it's true, then like, that's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? Either don't set expectations or maybe exceed set expectations. Is that really the fans' fault? I don't know. I think Ahsoka and the gang are left behind and explore while Thrawn gets back and fuck stuff up in season 2. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. I had to leave Theory Stream to come save your Josh. I don't think the episode was bad, just wasn't amazing. Rare Theory L. I bet you're being real nice to him about it in his chat, right? But I appreciate the love. Thanks, man. Monker says, who is your perfect actor to play Luke in the coming episodes and or movies? My favorite actor is the guy that did it. I like what they're doing with Luke already. You know what I mean? I like the Mark Hamill video game guy combo. I think it's cool. They're giving Theory hell. Yeah, dude. Joe Fell Asleep says, if Dathomiri originally left the galaxy riding the Purgle, then why is there apparently no way out according to Thrawn? It's a very, very good question. That's a good question. I think that's part of what I'm trying to kind of piece together, like I said, I'm about to rewatch the episode. I'll double check and see if there's anything in there I can try to piece together. But yeah, I really need to stop drinking during these watch-alongs. I spent weeks worth of groceries and super chats tonight. I regret nothing. I was actually going to say, like, yo, you don't got to send them 20 spots, bro. Like, just send the exact same super chat. Well, I guess there's a limit, but like, just send a smaller version of what you're sending with like a 5 or a 10. Like, I appreciate it, but, like, I don't appreciate it if, like, you're fucking not able to eat tomorrow. You're not helping me out here, Sheesh. You guys aren't even streaming together, and everyone is going at Theory and running to you. I know. It's like mom and dad, and everybody's, Mom said I could, Dad said I could, It is kind of funny. I sent a $2 that got skipped, but I guess I can afford it. Ross, you son of a bitch. What's the matter? CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Just throw it into the chat. What did you say, bro? I I hate that I have to wait a week. Nerd Theory? Yeah, I know. Just dropped in. Theory isn't going crazy, but he isn't happy. Okay, all right, right on. Okay, right on. Josh's mom? Shit, I'll take it. Whatever. I'm not really that concerned. Josh actually giving reasonable opinions. Oh, geez. You guys, some of you guys are a little triggered, I think. Not enough Anakin. Worst Star Wars ever. Sheesh. He's fine. Chat is delusional. I mean, chat usually do be delusional, you know? You guys. You freaking guys. Josh do got them milkers. Yeah. Got some chesticles. Jackery says, off topic, when Anakin fought Ahsoka, he became so powerful in the Force that he broke the ground. He had the high ground. That's true! He had the high ground! Oh my god. Holy crap. Yeah. Prime Stream Sunday? Yes, we'll do a Prime Stream Sunday at noon, I believe. At noon. Happy to support. Much love. I can't express how much you and this community have meant to me over the years. Don't care for Susan, though. I know she is kind of smelly, huh? I appreciate you, Haunted on him. Appreciate you, bro. Frostrodamus says, I think that whatever has been calling to Balin has been stopped by the Purgle from entering the atmosphere for centuries. That's why the bodies. Could be. There's something to that for sure. I love how all the Purgle just dipped out. I didn't expect that. That episode almost made me try milk and Skittles. Yo, let's go. Give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. I know, right? 33 months. That's a long time, bro. Thank you. Thank you, for real. Purgle are soft? I mean, let's hope so, right? Let's hope so. I heard you can die from drinking bandanas and Sprite. I don't know what that means, but yes. I think that's... yeah. Pretty sure that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? That's true. Oh, bananas. Nah, that's wrong. It's bandanas. It made sense the other way, bro. All right, everybody. Much love to y'all, okay? Much love to y'all. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. I'm going to go watch this episode again. I'm going to see how it hits me. I'll tweet about it after, see how it hits me. It's either a 7 or an 8 for me. I'm not really sure. Maybe it'll hit me a little bit differently this time. Maybe I'll be like, I hate it. Maybe I'll tweet, Theory was right. Fuck you, chat. You know, we'll see. House of the Jedi says, maybe when Ezra finds out about how much is on the line, he will go even crazier. I thought it was an 8.6985 out of 10. Interesting. Very specific score. Skip my last chat. I need Angry Cow style. Angry Cow style. I would like that too. And I'm sorry I missed your chat, bro. I tried to get to all of them. I did try. Much love, everybody. Much love. Appreciate y'all. Take care, man. Tomorrow, I'll put out a little reaction video. Might be one that everybody gets triggered by. And then we'll talk about the episode at 6. We'll break it all down at 6 p.m. on a stream tomorrow, okay? Wolfman says, why didn't Sabine wrap up Shin with her Mando arm ropes, shoot her when she was distracted with the ships? Nah, yell out, get her like a girl boss. GG's. Yeah, not bad. That's fair. Aaron says, Hera's booty gonna save the galaxy. Hell yeah, bro. All right, everybody. I'm getting out of here. Much love. I appreciate you. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.